Yay. Okay. Hey guys, aloha. Um, happy Val Day and Thankful Thursday. Are you getting an echo?
A little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really annoying. Like, I don't know if that's gonna like impact people on the whole experience, right?
Well,
It should be like
if it's a little warbly, it should be okay. But if it's like they can't hear at all, then that's no good.
I'm getting like a delay, a double. Like
Mm.
are you getting that?
Hold on. Let me do. How about this? Is this better?
Let's see. Still a weird delay, but ah,
The
hey,
vortex. The vortex. The
the vortex,
Valentine's Day
it's
vortex. The Valentine's vortex.
Valentine's. Oh my God. Oh my God. Um, you know what I want to do is before we start, I like to start with like a big inhale and just kind of get grounded because we're clearly there's some energy out here, and that's really important. So let's do that. I really want to say a little prayer for all the Parkland people. Like this was a year ago that tragedy happened, and it's never okay for any of that to ever happen. And I just want to call in some love for all of our hearts and minds and souls on this planet, so that we can feel loved and supported and taken care of moving forward, so that these types of things, which are preventable, get prevented through our work and our action and our energy. Oh. So a lot of energy and good stuff. And my guest here, Kristyn Caetano, who's the bomb. She is an awesome intuitive business coach. And she was on our awesome Big Dream School podcast for this week. And this week's episode is about not settling. So, hi, Kristyn.
Hello, Val. Welcome to this wonderful convergence of you and me and everyone who is joining us.
Yeah, dude. Wow. Thanks for taking time to be with all of us here, this love tribe. So, what's going on for you today that's kind of hot on Happy Val Day?
What's kind of hot for me, I'm actually, I don't know if this is hot or not, but I'm sort of in like a super chill, let me do some self-care mode. It's totally, I'm in San Diego. It's like super stormy, rainy, windy, and I just want to snuggle up with tea and, got a few calls, but really chill for me. How about you?
I'm in like full on rock and roll mode. I'm onboarding a new person on our team, and
Yay!
so he and I are working on some graphics and some geeky stuff. So it's been kind of fun. And then I get to be with my kids tonight. So I'm super stoked to do that. So let's talk. I want to dive in really quick. Let's jam, because your topic is super important. And I think it's something that we all do in some areas of our life along the way. And not settling is so important to me to rise up to excellence. So that's what we talked about a lot in our episode. So you want to elaborate on your experience with that?
My experience with not settling, well, it's been a journey. So, and probably the journey will continue because that's how these things go. So yeah, I'm really a stand for all of us not settling for what we know in our hearts and souls is out of alignment with our purpose, with our truth, with our wellness, with our joy. And, I know that sounds all well and good. And then your day-to-day silo, sometimes things get fuzzy, right? But I think that one of the things that we talked about is really cultivating a practice to really notice those moments when we go unconscious, and notice those moments when we might be, talking ourselves into settling, right? Like, oh, well, maybe I should say yes to that thing. And you kind of make these quick decisions that aren't really in alignment. But that's kind of the day to day. But then on a bigger scale, you and I, we wouldn't have the businesses that we have unless we had cultivated the strength and the courage and the tapping into the wisdom of, no, I'm not going to settle. Yeah. I'm not going to stay in the soul sucking job for my entire life just because it's secure and I'm scared. Like, all the good stuff happens when we're putting at our edge,
Totally, dude. And so what's the jam that you obviously overcame some of that and decided, like, I'm done. I got my stake in the ground. I'm doing this instead of that. And how's it been for you?
Yeah. So a little bit of my story is that, I was always doing healing work for many, many years, 20 years on the side of a public health career. And, I found myself in my early 40s, and I was driving in this horrible commute to this really toxic job. And, I was crying and I was mad and I didn't even recognize myself. And I, knew that I had to really do my work in the world, which is healing work. But also now I've moved into actually helping other healers and coaches build their soul aligned businesses to make that ripple effect happen. And so for me, man, it took like a few years of me being so terrified, and I built my business on the side of my job, and it just kept getting worse. And I was done with that career. And I was like, I made a vow that I'm going to quit this job by my 45th birthday, come hell or high water. I don't care what's in the bank. I don't care. I'm not going to worry about my mortgage. I'm going to figure it out. And so I did indeed walk away. By that time, I had been busting my ass so much that I had built my business up. I had a full load of clients, and, so I was able to do that, but I didn't have like tons of security or millions of dollars or a partner supporting me or anything. And it's still, choosing your right aligned path is going to be scary at times. And it still is for me, but I'm never going back, never looked back. I'm like, oh, hell no. It's forward is the only way. And, when I have a freak out day, then I work on my freak out contingency plan and I keep going.
I love it. I think of the grasshopper. Do you ever get grasshoppers that come in and they say their energy, they can only jump forward?
Oh, I love that. I love that.
If a grasshopper shows up on your path, consider that, you're going for, stay forward, stay on that forward path. It's such a cool thing.
And in a way, I'll say that even though I have days where I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Or like, oh, this is hard or whatever. I mean, the payoff is worth it, because I have other days when I'm like, oh my God, I get to actually design my work and my life in the world. And no, it's not always easy, but I get to choose, and I get to be creative, and I get to be innovative. And there's a real freedom in that. And I'm a freedom lover, so.
Yes, you are, sister. So let's talk about our experiment for the week. Like, you guys go to the website and get, where the heck is the website one? I gotta go look at that little scroller. Here we go. Yay, look. Go listen to the episode, get your experiment treat sheet, and then Kristyn, tell us about the experiment for the week.
So it's super simple. As Val said, we're working on, surrender. This I'm getting my brain mixed up. Not settling. Sorry. I was talking about surrender yesterday. See, it's early. Okay. Not settling. So not settling is our experiment. And so it's a very just simple awareness practice of, with each decision, whether it's like what you're going to buy at the grocery store or who you're going to hang out with or whatever, just to really actually stop and pause in the moment and feel in your body. Okay, does this feel light? Does this feel heavy? Does this, or imagine yourself going down the pathway of each decision. And just, I mean, it takes 30 seconds or 1 minute to really be like, am I doing this because I want to be a people pleaser or because I'm in scarcity mode? Or am I doing this because this is really in my highest? Does that make sense?
Totally, dude. And I'm saying write down the ways that you settle, you know, like, 'cause what about, you know, keeping a journal of it and noticing, like, for me, like when I eat, if I notice I'm trying to like change my eating habits, if I write down all the things, I'm like, oh, wow, look at all those decisions I made that aren't in my highest good of the goal where I'm trying to go. And then I get more awareness around that. So
yeah, and it's like noticing places where we have a reactive or yes or no, or a reactive response when we're not truly consciously, you know, just taking a moment to feel how that feels. And of course, we know the body never lies. So I always like to close my eyes and just sort of tune into the body. But yeah, I love the journal idea. It's just, you know, simple, simple, simple.
And then, so what about extra credit? So it's one thing to like give ourselves that gift of awareness. What else? And then we can change our behavior, these little micro changes.
Yeah. Yeah. So there is a ton of research out there about, of course, neuroscience and how we can actually, if we actually set little goals or give ourselves little wins and give ourselves a tangible reward of some sort, that actually works to truly change behavior over the long term and change the subconscious patterning, right? So it can be like, I'm going to go get a massage. At the end of this week, I'm going to go over my journal. And if I, you know, made X number of decisions that really felt in alignment, I'm going to reward myself with a massage or with, I don't know, a coffee date or a new book that I've been wanting, a personal development book, or, you know, it doesn't have to be money either. It could be like, I'm going to carve out 3 hours to go on a killer walk. But that actually, of course, releases dopamine and serotonin and all those yummy chemicals for us. And that actually supports us in really creating the new habit.
Yeah, I like that. I love giving myself rewards and I forget to do it. What a good thing. Okay, so Kristyn, tell us about what you got going on in the world. What's happening in your life?
Yeah, well, I am super fired up and excited because I am offering a live event, a 2.5-day live event in San Diego, California. It is happening April 5th, 6th, and 7th, and it is called Sacred Business Accelerator. So this is going to be a mashup of straight up practical business building strategy for coaches, healers, other people doing that one-on-one work. Plus, we're going to do a lot of experiential processes and really some intuitive and, you know, deeper work with each other in a very interactive way so that we get the learning on all levels. So the purpose of this awesome event is to really help you lay out your plan for how are you going to magnetize your soulmate clients and how can you get clear on your messaging and speaking to people about what is your work in the world, because that's a huge obstacle for people, especially, you know, if you're in the first couple of years of your business. It's crucial. And then we're going to have some yummy surprises and some guest speakers, some guest experts. And so I invite you all to join. It's, I'm sure, well, I'll give Val the link. And it's actually, this event is free. I'm just asking for a refundable seat deposit to hold your spot. And then when you come to the event, we give it right back to you. We just want to have all the right people in the room so we can love you up and help you not settle and move your business forward if that's what you desire.
I love it. Can they go to, I have your website here. Can they get that info on your website yet?
Yeah. You know what? I have another link. Right now I'm still working on perfecting the landing page. So I'll give you, we can post it after, but it's just an Eventbrite link. So we have that for now. And then hopefully this week, the landing page will be done.
Can I send people to your website right now? Like Elixir Higher Life?
Yeah, of course, just to find out a little more about who I am. And there's also a page of like past events that I've done if you were kind of curious about my vibe and what I bring.
Yeah, Kristyn's got the bomb diggity doo dah vibe. If you're into that kind of like cool person who's spiritual and strategic and all blended up into one yummy.
Yeah, strategy and soul all together. That's the way, sister. That's the way to do it.
That's totally the way. And I've got your Instagram profile up here too, if people want to check you out on Instagram.
Yeah, I'd love to connect with you all, and just, if you wanted to say hi or ask a question. I just love to meet amazing people, and I'm all about like, let's rise together. That's my thing.
It is, and it works, huh?
Yeah. And let us know how the experiment goes. Like, comment in the group and let us know, how is it going with noticing places where you're settling and what your inner voice is saying, and noticing places where you're choosing not to settle and how that feels different. I'd love to hear about your experiments, and how that goes.
I love what really using your body's wisdom to notice, like catching yourself when you're making that decision that feels out of alignment. If your body's just like,
yeah,
it's so important that the body can't lie. It's impossible. So it's really cool.
It's an amazing tool.
Yay. All right. Anything last you want to share with our beautiful love tribe and your mission on the planet and helping them with theirs?
Yeah, I would say, probably everyone here, everyone listening, I know for myself, we've all probably had that experience where it's like, there's this little knocking, like your soul keeps knocking and the knocking gets louder. If you're sort of not taking those steps to really birth your purpose and your joy in the world. And so I would say, if you're in that place of like, I know I have a calling, but I'm scared, or I'm stuck, or I'm settling for this, I encourage you to you can't do it alone. Don't be a lone wolf. I've done it and it sucks and it doesn't work. So just reach out. Val has an amazing resources. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Find like-minded people who believe in you, and stay away from the naysayers, because you need people around you who understand your mission. So don't do it alone. That's my last bit.
Great wisdom, sister. All right. So everybody, we like to close and we do this thing because it's so good. All right, let's inhale together. And exhale all that love. All right, Dream Jockeys, thanks for tuning in. Go check out the podcast, check out Kristyn, and we will catch you next week to get diving in on this experiment. And I want to hear how this week's experiment is going. And it's about conscious collaboration. All right, guys, we'll chat with you soon. I hope that the sound was okay on your end, because my end is weird. So, all right, thanks, Kristyn. Aloha, honey.
I love.
All right,
have an amazing day.
Thanks, you too. Bye, guys.